Looks like I got a bit of a project. The windstorm and tree that's dying looks like it toppled down, and to get through my trail we have to get the saw, but I'm gonna have to get a tractor with the grapple to move this thing. It's going to take a bunch of cutting here. Wow. Yeah. Well, let's see. Where did? Oh, there it's there. It broke way up there. Toppled down, and it also busted that tree off. Branch over there. Oh man, be a bunch of work, so I got to cut all along that side. Well, maybe not too bad. I can leave all of this here, but I could see more wind damage up there and more trees over there all down. So and that one's dead too. So there's a bunch of big ash trees that are down. So okay, well, probably not today, but it's going to warm up a little bit, and be able to get the tractor down here and put the grapple on it, be able to move that stuff, and so I have to get the saws and another project to do. taking a walk a little to see, ride around a little bit, and it's the time to work on the apple trees. And didn't do much on them last year, but the problem is for the last 2 years we've had frost and no apples. But you look here and see, I did do it last year. I missed this one, and the suckers are everywhere. Look at all of that. Man, boy, oh boy, gotta do something on that and open it back up. So it's gonna be a project, but I can do about a third of it. But you can see they're pretty good size too, so gonna have to get in here and work on it. But more work projects. So, and you can see a lot of rabbit tracks and of course deer tracks. Just saw a couple deer, and I drove around the squirrel tracks too. Drove around the cornfield because I need to mow it down, but I'm gonna have to walk it first to make sure that there's no antlers sitting there, and plus some nice antlers. And there's should be some nice antlers around this year, so, but I'll need to get working on these apple trees. There's some others up here, but they're getting old. And my orchard that I just put in, those are young yet, so probably have to pay a little attention to them. And oh, turkey buzzard. Oh, yeah, he's good. First one this year. Looking for food. They can actually smell, so they're trying to pick up scent of dead carrion. And yeah, that's nice. You get outside and do a little walking around, and better than sitting in the house. It's a long enough winter, although it's still early March. We still could have an early spring. Checking this apple tree, they're older, and let's see what it's looking like. Up on this mound. Yeah, that looks encouraging. It's not too bad. Doesn't have a lot of suckers, but they're older, and this one actually had some really good yellow apples. Really tasty. So that was a good tree. And there's another one there. And that branch you're gonna have to get rid of. These mounds, I think, were put here or built here when they worked on that road. And my thoughts that these apple trees came here from the workers eating lunch, throwing their apple out because, of course, and because there's a mound over there that has some apple trees, and there's 2 or 3 mounds in here, and so I think that's where they came from. But it's a pretty mess up there. Got to get it opened up, but just so much you could do in this time of year. A lot to do, but now's the time to do it before they start putting leaves on and starting to grow. So got to remember where all these apple trees are. This year I think I'll mark them on my app on my phone that I use to mark the snares. I can do the same thing with the apple trees. And these two in here were pretty good too. They had some good apples on them. See again the mound, and how come those apples trees are all on mounds? And they're getting old too, but I've worked on these. These were terrible. And another one in here. I worked on this one a lot, and it's looking pretty good. Not too many suckers. The problem has been the last 2 years is that it's been a late frost the last 2 years. So, well, I've got my work cut out for me.